It's back! Yep, see it all come together. Astros Spring Training is on Space City Home Network. Presented by Whataburger.
This week on Ventura Excursions, Lance teams up with Captain Drummond with the Quantified to take a top Mummies customer offshore fishing. Lance's son Ruger tags along and proves he can handle the choppy waters and epic battles these fish bring their way.
Put that on the Blackstone grill, baby.
This is Ventura Excursions, proudly presented by Mummies, serving Texas since 1928.
Just kind of doing a little appreciation for some of our customers. Chris has been a longtime friend and customer of Mummies, and we just thought we'd invite him down to have a fishing trip down here South Padre with Ventura Excursions.
I'm Chris Jones, and like you said, I run about 11,000 acre private hunting ranch in Duval County, and been working with Mummies probably 11 or 12 years now. Can't go anywhere else. The service is just impeccable. You don't have to be their top customer to get treated like a top customer. They just take care of you, whatever you need. Thank you so much for having me.
You bet.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Never got to do anything like that before, so it's going to be exciting. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
Hey, you can pull a skidder on this thing.
That's a wake.
Yeah, we're out here in South Padre, going out on the boat. A little different than what I'm used to, but I'm excited to see some bigger fish than I'm used to as well, so should be a good time.
We're about 3 hours into it, so at least 2.5 hours. We're probably 75, 80 miles off. Yeah, so they got the outriggers out. Everybody's kind of getting ready, hoping we'll get a bite. Deckhand's giving the instructions to Chris and Ruger about how to reel, what to do, hand signals. It's a little rougher than I think we planned on it being, but we'll make the best of it.
Probably the higher up your hand is, the better. You get more control.
Oh, pretty cool. Definitely different. Definitely different. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Pretty exciting stuff. Never done anything like this before. Trying to figure out what they're watching for and learn something today.
Keep the pressure even. We're gonna start making our way back to it. Let's clean it up.
Something bigger than me.
Get him, Chris, get him!
Start walking backwards.
Yes, sir. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's good stuff.
Right here.
Thank you, guys. He released him right there. That was a good release.
Ventura Excursions is brought to you by Mummies, Horizon Firearms, and Vortex Optics. Since 1928, Mummy's has been the trusted name for farmers, ranchers, and outdoor folks across Texas. From premium feeds and fencing to blinds, deer corn, and top-quality outdoor gear, we've got what you need and all under one roof. While you're here, don't miss the gun room, loaded with rifles, shotguns, pistols, suppressors, and expert advice to match. Deeply rooted in Texas, Mummy's, where tradition meets quality. Visit us in Hondo, Pearsall, and at mummiesinc.com.
Talking about guns.
Record hunt start with Record Rack.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert at Covert Chevrolet in Bastrop. We're not just here for the road you're on, we're here for the journey ahead. For over 100 years, the Covert family has stood strong for Central Texas, serving our neighbors with honesty, heart, and hometown values. Whether you're growing a family, building a business, or chasing adventure, we're proud to help you move forward with confidence. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop, or online at covertbastrop.com. Rooted in Texas, ready for what's next. Together, let's drive.
Step into Mummy's Gun Room, South Texas's home for quality firearms and expert service. From rifles and shotguns to optics and accessories, our 4,000 square foot showroom has everything hunters and shooters rely on. With knowledgeable staff and trusted in-house services, we make sure you walk out confident and ready for the field. Mummy's Gun Room, South Texas's premier gun room.
The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back? You've got some nerve showing up here again, looking all delicious with your fresh all-beef patties, melty cheeses, grilled peppers and onions, and jalapeno ranch. When I want you, you're nowhere to be found. And now you're back? Aw, get in here. We just missed you, that's all. The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back and harder to resist than ever. Download the app. What a burger!
I am the CMO and team physician for the Houston Dash. I'm also the team physician for Love Houston and then Fort Bend Christian Academy and HCU. Being sideline, I am usually one of the venue medical directors, so I am sitting there right in the center looking for any injuries, and if there is an injury, then I will be one of the first responders to take care of that.
This segment of Ventura Excursions is brought to you by All Seasons Feeders. Texas-built gear for hunters who demand durability.
Got down 0-2, fought off a couple pitches, took a couple close pitches, works the walk, and that's a very good sign for this Ole Miss offense. If they can put traffic on the bases, if they can run up a pitch count and get deep into this Ohio State bullpen, it's going to benefit an experienced offense.
Judd Udermark at the plate now, a senior for Ole Miss. Hitting in that second slot, third baseman for Ole Miss. Play him to pull here on the left side, wide open there. Shift is on for Ohio State. Mark again has, like Decker, started every game, hitting .343 entering today. 6 home runs, leads the team with 13 RBIs. So a lot of power towards the top of this Rebel lineup.
Absolutely, and a lot of guys that showed that power last year. Udermark, 22 home runs, 69 RBIs in 2025, and you return that into your 2-hole.
Decker on the move, throw down. In time, Decker thrown out at second base. Mason Eckelman. Quick release, the tag applied, out number 1.
We saw Mason Eckelman make a couple of really nice throws in the game yesterday against UTSA. It's an 0-2 pitch that catches the corner for strike 3. So not only do you get the out, but you get a pretty good pitch to throw on. And Eckelman has been very accurate all weekend, puts it right on the bag.
So after the opening walk, that erased on the caught stealing there on Decker. And 2 outs after the strikeout. Tristan Bissett at the plate now. Take a look one more time. That throw right on the money. Tag applied. There it is.
I think Dom Decker right there is banking on an 0-2 pitch, being in the dirt and getting in there cleanly to second base.
There's Bissett again. We just spoke with him a few moments ago. 474, 5 homers, 19 RBI already through 10 games of this regular season. A couple of them yesterday.
That RBI number really jumps out. That's a function of being locked in as a hitter, not just having a couple games where he pops some home runs.
You got here at Dyken Park, those of you not familiar with it, short porch there to left field. Known as the Crawford boxes out there. 315 to the left field corner. And we saw a couple of plays yesterday. There's the left field wall right there here at Dyken Park. And right there where the left fielder C.J. Reed is, that cutout area. We saw that challenge a couple of guys yesterday.
You have to be very aware of where that cutout is when you're playing left field here. It's tricky to navigate it. You have to know when you can go back into that well, when you have to play the ball off the wall. It's really difficult to do if you're experienced, let alone if you're in your first game in this park.
So Bissett down at first base after that walk. Second walk of the inning for Ohio State starter Chris Domke. Brings up the cleanup hitter, Kyle Roeder. Big swing on that one. And it's an 0-2 count now on the cleanup hitter for Ole Miss. He can keep it going. Will Furness is on deck for the Rebels. Runner going. Swing and a miss. They get the strikeout, and that'll do it in the top of the first inning. Good work by Chris Domke. Half inning in the books. Bottom of the first coming up.
Hello everyone, your favorite pro Jason Alexander here, lighting it up on the Pro Show, where we'll hang out with our favorite sporting celebrities, get tips and stories with the Rocket Roger Clemens and Captain America Patrick Reed. Yes, we'll fire a couple golf balls out of studio and get ready to be inspired, meeting Austin and all of his friends. So check your local listings right here on the Space City Home Network. We'll see you all on the first tee with plenty of finger fives on the way. Right, Austin?
Hey, H-Town, I've been waiting for it, you've been waiting for it, and now it's here.
They finally climbed that hill!
Catch your Rockets and Astros games for just $19.99 per month, or sign up all year for $199.99. That's $40 in savings.
Forget about it!
No cable, no satellite, no contracts. Just download the app and watch your teams.
Stream your teams direct with Space City Home Network Plus. Download today at SCHNplus.com.
Bottom of the first inning. On the mound today, Brian, is Cade Townsend off to a nice start this season.
He is, and he's got really good stuff to go along with the numbers. He's got an electric fastball that's going to sit in the mid-90s, a slider, a curveball, a changeup. He can get swings and misses. Had a little bit of an injury that he was dealing with at the start of the spring, so he's not fully built up. Only about 70 pitches going to be available for him today. So I look for him to be really efficient and aggressive in the zone, see if he can make that 70 pitches last a little bit longer.
Here's a look at the starting lineup for Ohio State. Vanden Heuvel leads it off. He's in center field today, followed by really good shortstop Lee Ellis, fun player to watch. Mason Eckelman behind the plate. Noah Furch had a home run yesterday. Kasmar's at second base, followed by the freshman Cavaco. Austin Rose making his debut today at DH. C.J. Reed out in left field. Fans starting to file in here for some late morning into early afternoon baseball. First pitch to Miles Vanden Heuvel, called strike to get things started for the Buckeyes. Vanden Heuvel, a junior, hitting .385 entering today. 4 RBI on the season. Settled in that leadoff role as well for head coach Justin Hare. After Vanden Heuvel, it'll be Lee Ellis and Mason Eckelman. 1-2-3 to begin things here in the bottom of the first. Bright sunshine. That's something else you and I had the early game yesterday as well. Anything way up there. Swing and a miss. First strikeout there for Townsend. Sunshine playing a role. A couple guys had some problems yesterday to keep an eye on it.
No, the sun certainly is going to play a role in these first couple of games today, not just in the outfield, but for the hitters as well. Right now, you're working with a high sun, so you're getting a little bit of glare off of the batter's eye out there in center field. As we see the day go on, the shadows are going to come into play between the pitcher and the hitter, so just something to keep an eye on as the day goes on.
Lee Ellis in the box now for Ohio State. Lays down the bunt. They got to hurry. He's got great speed and no play there by Townsend. Well executed there by Lee Ellis.
Yeah, you couldn't have rolled it much better right there for Lee Ellis. What you want to do is get that ball down the line far enough where the pitcher has a long way to go, but deaden it enough that the third baseman's not going to have a play. And even though the pitcher's able to get over to it, just no way he can make that throw on Lee Ellis.
And once he's on base, he is certainly a threat. Leads the team in stolen bases. Ellis 7 for 7, in fact. We'll see what happens here if he's on the move early. This is Mason Eckelman for Ohio State. Junior catcher hitting .323 entering today. Started every game. A couple of home runs, 11 RBI. OPS at .970 entering today.
This Ohio State offense, they got a couple guys that can run along with Lee Ellis. They're probably going to push it a little bit here today. Catcher Austin Foley for Ole Miss. He got run on quite a bit during the season last year. 33 out of 37 success rate for opposing base stealers. It's something that Mike Bianco and the staff wanted him to focus on. He's probably going to get tested here by Ohio State.
1-0 swung on. Line drive left field. That's going to drop for a base hit right in front of Tristan Becerra. So a couple of Buckeyes on board now. Well struck ball there by Eckelman.
It's a nice piece of hitting right there by Eckelman. Fastball 96 miles an hour. Gets in on him a little bit, but he pulls his hands in, keeps that barrel tight to his body, and shoots a nice hard line drive out to left field.
No, first and second now. One out here in the bottom of the first inning for Ohio State. Brings up Noah Furch. Furch hit a big home run yesterday in the loss to UTSA. First pitch of Furch. Got some carry out there in center field, all the way to the wall, and making the catch there in center field is Hayden Federico. That thing kept carrying to the warning track. That's 409 out there.
That's a deep center field, and off the bat, it didn't look like it was really going to test Federico all that much, but it just kept going and going. And Furch put a pretty good ride in this ball because Federico ends up having to go up on the wall.
Both runners tagged at advance now, so 2 outs bottom of the first. Brings up Henry Kasmar. Starting second baseman for Ohio State, Kazmar, a senior, hitting .273 entering today. First pitch, swing and a miss. A couple RBIs to start this season. Kazmar back in the Ohio State program, Brian, and he was here for 2 years, left for South Carolina, wasn't the fit. Ohio State reached out to Coach Justin Hare, and who had come on board and had said, you know, I want to come back to Ohio State.
Yeah, when Ohio State made the coaching change, he jumped in the portal, wasn't sure what was going to be going on for him here, but just 1 year away from the program, and decided that, you know what, I liked it better in Columbus.
And there for a called strike. 1-2 now in Kazmar. I always wonder how that is coming back when you choose to leave, but opportunity comes back. Doesn't happen for every player, but he's the kind of player, what he brings every day is good for the program.
And I think the movement of players has become so normalized and regular that it's really a no hard feelings type of situation. You got to do what you got to do.
Swing and a miss. Townsend with the strikeout. He gets out of a little jam here with a couple runners on. 2 left on for the Buckeyes. Through 1 here at Dyken Park. No score.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger, like the new Big Ranch Wrap, a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with our Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese. Make it even bigger with fries and a drink for a little more. Now that's a big deal. The Whata deal, now at What a Burger. Download the app.
Hotty Toddy is our cheer, but what does it mean? It's hey, nice to meet you, or good to see you, old friend. We say it to celebrate, to congratulate, and yeah, to brag a little. Hotty Toddy is your first day on campus. It's fall Saturdays under old oaks and spring Friday nights under showers of fireworks. It's opportunity, growth, knowledge. It's discovering who you're meant to be in a place that will always be home, no matter how far you go. Hotty Toddy, y'all.
Not a bad seat in the house, Brian, here at Dyken Park. Fans coming in, enjoying the sunshine, great weather, and baseball, man. Nothing wrong with that.
These afternoon games are great, especially when the roof's open. You can sit in the sun if you want to get some sun, find some shade, and when you start getting hot, and no matter where you're sitting, you're going to watch some good baseball.
Absolutely. On to the second inning now. Will Furnace leads it off for Ole Miss, facing Ohio State starting pitcher Chris Domke. The numbers on Furnace: 387 on the season, 1 home run, 7 RBI, OPS over 1,000. A lot of production in this Ole Miss lineup. This is a team, talking with head coach Mike Bianco, I mean, they win at a very high level. Last year at home at a regional were knocked off, and that didn't sit well. They kind of had a chip on their shoulder after that. Wake up call to bounce back.
No, and as you should. And when you return a lineup with as many guys who are experienced as they have, and have a veteran team, even with the transfers that they've brought in, you should expect to win and expect to get right back into that regional host conversation, and hopefully have a better turn of it than they did last year.
Yeah, Murray State came to Oxford and knocked off Ole Miss to advance.
There's one guy in this Ole Miss lineup that doesn't have a sour taste in his mouth about that regional. That's Dom Decker, because he was at Murray State last year.
He knows all about it, doesn't he? He stepped right into this program. That's got to be kind of a strange feeling too. Probably, I'm sure he's excited about it, being a part of this historic program.
Can you imagine him walking into that clubhouse day 1 in August just with a smile on his face? What's up, guys?
Hopefully he wasn't wearing an old Murray State t-shirt or something, huh? Pop up, that's going to stay in the infield. We talked about the sunshine, and there at third base, Maddox Simpson shielding that. They've all got the glasses on today.
See Maddox Simpson using his offhand in the glove, trying to shield his eyes, and Lee Ellis at shortstop not taking anything for granted, playing that as if it was going to be his if Maddox Simpson had to bail.
Daniel Pasella now looking to get things started offensively to his season, entering here today hitting 167 on the year. In that 6th spot today for Ole Miss. 9-1 on the year, by the way. Ole Miss losing for the first time yesterday in that loss to Baylor. It's a great finish those last few innings. Wound up going 10 innings and Baylor getting the 6-5 victory. What's your feeling on when you take part in this tournament and agree to play, and you know you're getting top caliber competition? Nothing wrong with that, even ahead of conference play, right?
No, absolutely. And you can make the argument, especially some of these SEC schools that play really tough conference schedules, of what you want to do in non-conference. But at the end of the day, if you're going to make a run through a regional and a super regional and on to Omaha, you need to be battle tested. You need to go through those things, in April and May. So coming out here early and getting some non-conference games against some quality opponents, it's only going to benefit you down the road.
1-2 count now on Daniel Pasella. Good swing on it, fouled up near us. Shift is on Pasella. Lee Ellis, the shortstop, shifted all the way over near the second base area. And Kazmar there in shallow right field.
Kazmar's out deep enough in right field that if there's a short pop-up hit out there, that's probably going to be his play.
2-2, fouled off again to stay alive. This is the opener today. The afternoon game will be UTSA Coastal Carolina, Baylor, Texas. We'll wrap it up tonight. Swing and a miss. Pasella down on strikes. Third strikeout of the game for Chris Domke.
Domke's showing some pretty electric stuff. The fastball's been up to 95 miles an hour. This is a really good slider that's able to beat Pasella in the strike zone. A lot of times with the breaking ball, you're trying to get hitters to chase out of the zone. That's one that's going to be called a strike if he doesn't swing at it.
Brayton Randall now at the plate for Ole Miss, back in his home state from Rockwall, up there just east of Dallas. Starting shortstop for Ole Miss, hitting .258 entering today. Started every game but one for the Rebels. He could keep it alive. Austin Foley's on deck for Ole Miss. There's the 1-2, evens the count 2-2. Talked about the road to get here for Ohio State. You and I were talking yesterday on the broadcast and our conference call with Justin Hare. I mean, with the weather up there in Ohio, it's a little bit different for those programs. Ground ball shortstop, fielded cleanly by Lee Ellis. Over to Stephen Cavaca. We'll finish that chat about Ohio State. Kind of getting ready early in the season. We come back through 1.5, no score here at Dyken Park.
According to Car and Driver, the Honda CR-V does everything right. CR-V has massive cargo space, athletic performance, a refined interior with a huge back seat, affordability, and Honda Honda's reputation for reliability. Maybe that's why the Honda CR-V's made the Car and Driver 10 Best list 4 years in a row. Right now, well-qualified buyers can lease the Honda CR-V starting at just $279 a month. Honda, proud partner of Team USA.
Every shot's lively, every shot means something. You know, really kind of got an energy that's different than a lot of the rest of the course.
There's so many people here, so it's a little bit more than a golf clap.
Well, you're right on top of the action, and it's gotten pretty loud coming through already.
It's nice to see how the professionals play the same holes that we've played.
Truly a great experience. It's easily the best hole on the course.
Hey kids, want to be a part of something big? Join the Astros Buddies Club, presented by HEB, the official kids club of the Houston Astros. Members 12 and under get 4 tickets to select Astros games, plus awesome gear, a drawstring bag, a widget hat, socks, shoe charms, and a cool lanyard. You'll also have chances to be a part of exclusive experiences like autograph sessions, clinics, parades, and more. All this for just $45. Sign up at astros.com/buddies and become part of the team today.
All right, fans out here, they found some shade. The other fans we saw a little while ago right in the bright sunshine, but perfect conditions here in Houston, downtown with the roof open, and the high is going to be around 80, 82 today, so it's going to be ideal, low humidity. Perfect conditions to watch the baseball.
Perfect conditions to watch the game. Perfect conditions to play the game. This is the kind of day that you just love to be outside roaming the outfield.
Bottom of the second now, Stephen Cavaco will lead it off for the Buckeyes. Starting first baseman. He's a freshman now. He has stepped in and earned the confidence of Justin Hare. And is back in that lineup today. First few games, didn't see a lot of playing time, but now getting some starts. And healthy out there. Coming in hitting .250 on the year. This will be his 9th at bat. And many more to come. They really like him. Austin Rose is on deck for Ohio State. And he'll be making his collegiate debut, getting the start today. C.J. Reed will follow him. It's a 1-2. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Now, we were talking before the break, Ohio State, and just preparing for a season is not easy when you're in that part of the country. They dealt with a lot of wintry conditions and had to get the field plowed quite a bit just to get workouts in. It's a little bit different when you're in that part of the country. Called strike 3. Cavaco goes down. Another strikeout for Townsend.
You know, the first couple weeks of the baseball season is much different for these northern schools than some of the southern schools. It's a lot of times the first time these teams are really getting outside. It's a lot of road games. It's a lot of road trips early before you head back home and start conference schedule.
I got some indoor opportunities, but nothing like getting outside and on the field every day like many of these programs in the southern part of the country are able to do. They started their season in Pensacola, actually, and went down there, played a few games, and traveled to Memphis last week. There's Austin Rose, we just spoke of, the freshman. First collegiate at bat. How do you think he's feeling about this?
I'm sure he's got more than a couple butterflies in his stomach.
Well, Townsend out ahead now, 0-2 on the freshman. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Townsend. And that is strikeout number 4 early in this game.
And Townsend has looked really sharp. He's locating his fastball on both sides at 96, 97 miles an hour. He's got really good command of this slider that he's throwing. He's able to throw it for strikes. He's expanded a little bit with it. It's plus stuff, and the command is really good right now as well.
Brings up C.J. Reed for the Buckeyes. Reed in the lineup again today. Junior playing left field today. Slow start with the bat to open this season. Entering today hitting 125, making his 8th start of the season. Started every game but one. That's going to drift right into the stands, and the fans out there will chase after that.
We talk a lot about the wall out there in left field in front of the Crawford boxes, but another kind of unique aspect of that left field is how little foul territory there is after the line. If you're a left fielder running hard after that wall comes up on you pretty quickly once you cross the foul line.
A lot of that when they get here is that I imagine they make a beeline for that, the outfielders at least, trying to get a feel for things.
Absolutely. The last couple days we've seen, as soon as these teams get here, you can see the outfielders go out there with the coaches, and they're hitting them balls down the line, hitting balls off the wall, trying to get comfortable with just the different dimensions of the ballpark.
Two now on C.J. Reed. Buckeyes with a couple of hits so far in this contest. Off of starting pitcher Kate Townsend. Here's the 2-2. Well struck right field. And what a catch made in right field by Daniel Pasella. I thought that was going to keep curling in the corner, but he was able to get there. And out number 3 here in the second inning. Through 2 here at Dyken Park. Worth another look right there. No score between Ole Miss and Ohio State.
Is already heating up, and we're giving you the ultimate head start. Get guaranteed access to the 2026 World Baseball Classic. Secure the best seat locations in Dyken Park. Enjoy 45% savings over single-game ticket prices. Plus, receive significant savings with your exclusive team store discount. And don't forget about your exclusive invite to season ticket holder experiences and events. Visit astros.com/season tickets for more information.
The excitement, the emotion, the passion, epic highlights, inspirational stories, unrivaled coverage. This is H-Town High School Sports with Todd Freed.
See it all right here on Space City Home Network.
Back. Yep, baseball is back, and it's time to warm up with spring training on Space City Home Network.
Swing and a miss.
Time to get back in sync with all your favorite players and get to know the new guys too.
What's up, Sean?
Yep, see it all come together. Astros spring training is on Space City Home Network. Presented by Whataburger.
Top of the third inning here at Dyken Park. Randy McAvoy, Brian Bogusevich with you here on day 2 opening game. Ole Miss and Ohio State. They continue action. Each of the teams will play again tomorrow as well. In fact, tomorrow's schedule, Ole Miss will get the early game at 10:05 against Coastal Carolina. Ohio State faces Texas in game 2 at 2 o'clock. So time's moved up a little bit for Sunday. Put a wrap on this this weekend's tournament.
At 42 years old, a baseball game at 10 a.m. doesn't sound great.
Takes a little bit longer to get warmed up, right?
I'd have to start getting loose tonight.
Yeah, that's about an 8 a.m. arrival time for these teams, probably at the ballpark. Austin Foley leading it off for Ole Miss against Chris Domke. Domke so far today through couple of innings. He's walked 2, struck out 3.
Stuff so far for Domke has looked really good. The fastball looks like it's ticked up a little bit. 94, 95 miles an hour. He's thrown quite a few good changeups in the zone, pulled the string a little bit, changing speeds.
Line drive snared there by Lee Ellis. About a step or 2 to his right. Ellis makes the grab. Well struck there.
Lee Ellis plays a deep shortstop. He's got his feet on the grass when the pitch is thrown, and he needed every bit of it to try to snag that line drive. That ball smoked.
Ellis, one of the guys, when you look at the Big Ten and prospects, when you look at the draft, you know, he's on that list. Highest rated Buckeye, in fact. Looking ahead to this summer.
He's pretty smooth, good actions over there at shortstop. We've seen him already in these couple of games drive a few balls. He's laid down a bunt. He showed the speed, so there's a lot of tools, there's a lot of production, and he's got a lot of at-bats under his belt.
Hayden Federico at the plate. He's from West Monroe, Louisiana. He's a sophomore for Ole Miss. Started every game out there in center field, and again, looking to get the offense going. 5 for 29 on the season, entering this morning's game.
Still waiting for the bat to heat up, but he's a guy who defensively he can impact a game. We've seen it already, the play that he made out in center field in the first inning, but as he slides over from the corner outfield last year into center field this year, the defense is what's keeping him in the lineup right now.
There's the 1-2. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. On deck's going to be the leadoff man. That'd be Dom Decker. '26th year of this College Classic here at Dyken Park. There's so much tradition here when you get that invite. Bruce Bolt name now on it, of course, for the first time this year. Ground ball, second base. Kaczmar over to Stephen Cavaco. 2 quick outs here in the 3rd inning. I think Ohio State got the call, and there was an available spot to come here in this field, and he didn't hesitate. He said, man, let's go down to Houston and take in that experience and get under a belt. But when you get the invite to here, very few teams say no.
No, it's a great tournament. It's a great opportunity, especially for a northern team to come down, and you're going to be traveling anyway, so you might as well come to a big league ballpark and play some good competition. And when you have a program like Ohio State and Justin Hare trying to turn things around here, go out there and play some really good teams and get yourself ready for the Big Ten competition.
Decker turns on that one. That's got carry, and that's out of here. Solo blast, Dom Decker for Ole Miss.
Dom Decker, the leadoff hitter. The calling card is his ability to get on base, but there's some power in that bat too. It's the first real mistake that we've seen from Chris Domke. It's a sinker that just does not sink. It stays up in the zone. It's a pitch that Decker's able to elevate and get it out there about 5-6 rows deep in right field.
Good pop off the bat by Decker. You mentioned coming over from Murray State to Ole Miss. 2nd home run of the year. RBI number 4 for Decker. No doubt about that one. Judge Utermark now at the plate. Speaking of home runs, leading the team with 6 home runs so far this season. Struck out in his first at bat. Outside, 2-0 count. They played him to pull here. Big shift is on that left side. Second baseman Kaczmar near the second base bag. He has to hustle to go make that play around his normal position right there. He got it done. Out number 3 here in the 3rd inning, but not before the Rebels strike on the big home run, the big blast from Dom Decker. Ole Miss on top, 1-0 in Houston.
Remember how great it was to report the news and share facts with the community?
We still can. Fact, the Harris County Toll Road Authority is focused on mobility for today and tomorrow.
Fact, toll road user dollars maintain the lanes and fund future roadway improvements.
Fact, EasyTag users get a 10% discount on Harris County toll roads. We all benefit from Hectra.
Fact, we can all learn more at hectra.org and keep it moving with an EasyTag.
At Ohio State, we are the never afraid to innovate teams, the agile get it done teams, the bold breakthrough teams, and the improve people's lives teams. The more than 10,000 strong research teams. Together, we are the Ohio State University.
Bottom of the third here at Dykin Park. That is Dom Decker just hit that home run. We were just talking about him earlier into this Ole Miss program. Playing for Murray State when they eliminated Ole Miss in the Oxford Regional. Went 3 for 5 in that elimination game.
Obviously
scored a couple of runs as well.
He impressed the Ole Miss coaching staff. Coaches have to wear a lot of hats these days. They're teachers, they're CEOs and fundraisers, and they're scouts as well. And say, man, this guy's killing us, but kind of like him.
Well, he fit right in. Now he's a starting second baseman for Ole Miss. Dom Decker got him on the board, first run of the game, first hit of the game, in fact, as well. Home run there to right field. Maddox Simpson leading off here for Ohio State. Simpson on the year. It's a sophomore, hitting .222. Started all but one game for the Buckeyes. Two to open things up here in the third inning. Sharply hit down to third base. Utermark, what a play. Got up quickly and fired over to Will Furnace for the out. Sharply hit ball down the line there, or just near the line. And Utermark took care of business.
Just a reaction play there from Utermark. You don't have time to do much of anything other than get down on the ground and try to trust your hands to play that short hop. That's a great play right there by Utermark. Bail the pitcher out.
Out number one here in the third brings up top of the order for Ohio State. Miles Vandenheuvel, junior out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Struck out in his first at bat facing Ole Miss starting pitcher Cade Townsend.
First time through the order for Ohio State. Seemingly everything they hit hard, the Ole Miss defense makes a play on. They catch a ball in center field at the wall, run a ball down in the corner in right field to end last inning, and then this inning starts with a diving play at third base. These guys got to be wondering where are all the hits.
So far pretty efficient from Townsend. Gets the fly ball out there in center field. Again, Federico. Sun definitely an issue on that one. He's made two really nice catches.
And that's a really tough play. When you have to deal with the sun, it's hard enough to deal with the sun when you're camped underneath the ball trying to get a good angle. But when you're trying to catch it on the run, and fight the sun, you can't really adjust where you're at. You just have to kind of stare up into it and wait for the ball to come out.
26 pitches now for Townsend. Been pretty efficient. He struck out 4. Townsend mainly out of the bullpen for Ole Miss last year. Made some starts as well, including a big win. Hanging tight there on Lee Ellis. He beat LSU in the SEC semifinal, so I mean he was counted on out of the pen, and when Coach Bianco needed him, made some key starts.
It's kind of a season-defining outing for Cade Townsend in the conference tournament. Go out there, beat LSU, the eventual national champions. It's kind of been a springboard into the rotation this year.
Swing and a miss by Ellis.
He's certainly got the stuff. I mean, he's got a deep repertoire. We've seen breaking ball be anything from hard cutter to two-plane slider to curveball. The fastball jumps out of his hand. He's shown good command. This is weekend top of the rotation stuff.
Evens the count 2-2. Yeah, he had a little a groin pull injury back in January in an inter-squad game, so he's been battling back from that and has responded well. But you know, like a lot of pitchers, they're on a pitch count. They're looking at 70 to 75 pitches today from him. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Townsend. That's number 5 so far today through 3 innings. 1-0. Ole Miss on top of Ohio State going to the 4th.
Space that adapts. Clarity. Space that adapts. Clarity that keeps you focused. And style that grabs hold. Welcome to the Genesis GV80. Get 2.99% APR on the Genesis GV80. Exclusively at your Houston area Genesis retailers.
Vacationing is an art, and the Palm Beaches are your canvas. Stroll along sun-soaked beaches, unwind at boutique resorts, explore hidden and not so hidden gems. Here you'll discover a lifestyle that's nothing short of a masterpiece. Curate your perfect collection of experiences in the Palm Beaches.
Fans out here at Dyken Park enjoying game number 1, day 2 of the Bruce Bowl College Classic. Randy McAvoy, Brian Bogacevic with you as we kick things off here. You're going to have the second game as well, so you're going to be out here a while. You're going to enjoy this day, aren't you?
I'm going to enjoy it, and they can play as long as they want. I'll be here for both of them.
There you go. 3 games on tap today, of course, 3 more tomorrow. And some really nice matchups to come out and enjoy. Tristan Bissetta leads it off for Ole Miss. Here in the 4th inning, 1-0 lead for Ole Miss. Came on the home run by Dom Decker in the 3rd inning for the Rebels. Bissetta walked in his first at bat. He's coming off monster opening day here at Dyken Park. A couple of home runs yesterday. And you look at him in the box, man, he looks like a dangerous hitter.
He's a strong kid, and that's one of the things that you can do in the portal is you can go out there and you can recruit experience. He's got a lot of at-bats under his belt at Clemson, and he comes in kind of a finished product.
We were talking yesterday, speaking of Becerra coming into the program and how college sports overall, but we're here at baseball. It's the same thing in the other sports, just the ever-changing landscape of college sports and rosters making changes, the NIL, the portal, so many moving parts you got to manage. You're not just a head coach anymore, are you?
No, absolutely. And there's probably a time when actually coaching and teaching the game takes a back seat to some of these other things, and you've got to go out there and you've got to talk to fan bases, and you've got to try to raise NIL money, and you've got to go out there and constantly be recruiting and scouting not just kids in high school but kids in junior colleges and kids at other schools in Division I.
Called strike 3. Got in there on that left corner. And Becerra down on strikes. Strikeout number 4 for Chris Domke. Good first out here in the 4th inning for Domke. Colin Reuter. That one's going to leave the ballpark. Another big swing. Not too far from where Dom Decker hit his. That was curling there towards the right field pole. In that right corner, solo shot for the Rebels.
Some oppo juice there from Colin Reuter. Fastball out over the plate. You can see second time through, these guys have seen Chris Domke. They know that he's been aggressive in the strike zone with the fastball, trying to get on some of those pitches up in the zone. That's a nice swing right there from Reuter. Reuter, when you're big and strong and you've got a pitcher out there who's throwing hard, you don't need to overswing. You don't need to try to pull the ball.
Yep.
Throw the barrel out there. You can hit it out line to line in this stadium.
Well, 2 hits for Ole Miss make it 3 right there. I was going to say 2 hits, 2 home runs. Will Furness out there left center field with the single here with 1 out in the 4th.
You got to adjust at bat to at bat, inning to inning, and you can see this Ole Miss lineup has made the adjustment. Domke came out throwing a lot of strikes, and the fastball was well located either in or down in the zone. This second time through, as the Ole Miss hitters have gotten a little bit more aggressive, it's been more up and out over the plate, and they're starting to put some good swings on it.
Daniel Pacella now at the plate for Ole Miss with 1 out and a runner on. Pacella 0 for 1. He struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning. Pacella getting the start in left field today for Ole Miss. Sorry, right field. He switched over. He was originally the lineup had him in left. He and Becerra switched, so he's the right fielder today.
See the counter punch here for Domke as these Ole Miss hitters get more aggressive. Starts this at bat with a slider, then a changeup. That's another changeup right there for strike 3.
Another strikeout for Domke. Second strikeout of the ball game for Pacella. So 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
It's a nice kind of settle yourself down at bat there for Domke. You got things speeding up a little bit, a couple good swings put on you, but goes out there and executed 3 really nice off-speed pitches right there.
This strikeout for Domke. With Kate Townsend also has 5 for Ole Miss. Braden Randall at the plate now for Ole Miss with 2 outs. Will Furness on first base for the Rebels. Randall 0 for 1. Ground ball out to the shortstop Lee Ellis back in the 2nd inning. That one in there for a strike, evens the count 1-1. .71 pitches so far in this one for Domke. After Randall, it'll be Austin Fawley, and catcher for Ole Miss. Here's the 1-2 from Domke, fouled off left side. Hit the second deck and stay there. So all these fans that are in the lower bowl wait for these foul balls to bounce back and chase after them.
Somebody's going to make their way upstairs at some point this weekend and just start collecting foul balls.
Randall, product of Rockwall, Texas, up there in the Dallas area. Played at Rockwall High School. Stepping into this Ole Miss program. Now in his junior season. About half of this Ole Miss team is back from last year's squad that fell in the regional round. Sharply hit. Ellis dives and makes the stop over to second base. What a play from Ellis. Quickly fired to Cachmar for the final out here in the fourth inning. A couple of great plays from Ellis today. But let's take a look at that home run again. Delivered by Colin Reuter. Going oppo to right field. 2-0. Ole Miss through 3.5.
Home to Dyken Park.
And that ball is gone.
And Smith. Walker Winston and the Astros win it in a walk-off.
It's back. Yep, baseball is back. And it's time to warm up with spring training on Space City Home Network.
Swing and a miss.
Time to get back in sync with all your favorite players and get to know the new guys too.
What's up, Sean?
Yep, see it all come together. Astros Spring Training is on Space City Home Network. Presented by Whataburger.
The excitement, the emotion, the passion, epic highlights, inspirational stories, unrivaled coverage. This is H-Town High School Sports with Todd Freed.
See it all right here on Space City Home Network.
Bottom of the fourth here at Dyken Park in Houston. Ole Miss on top of Ohio State. 2-0. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Rebels. No runs, 2 hits for the Buckeyes. Looking to change that now. Mason Eckelman will lead it off for Ohio State. Had a single in his first at bat. Inning in that 3-hole today, starting at catcher. In there for a called strike. Eckelman and Henry Cachmar. When Cachmar came back, Eckelman was one happy guy. They're cousins. A family tradition now at Ohio State. Out number 1, Dom Decker fielded that cleanly. First out here in the fourth.
That's now 8 in a row. Retired from Cade Townsend ever since. Found himself with a couple runners on base in the first inning. He's really settled in nicely. You got to wonder if Ohio State maybe missed their opportunity to get him.
Noah Furch now facing Cade Townsend. Furch entering today hitting .370. Off to a nice start with the bat. A couple of home runs, 7 RBI early in this season. And a sac fly there in the first inning in his first at bat. Big 2-run home run yesterday against UTSA. That was a good ball game. Buckeyes had a late rally in the 9th inning to make it close and ended up losing by 1 to the Roadrunners.
There's a lot of fight in this Ohio State offense. You could tell they had that goal. Let's just try to get ourselves into a situation where we can get the tying run to the plate. They did that. It didn't work out for them, but there's certainly no laying down from this team.
2-1. First turns on that one. It's going to fall in left field. Actually gets past Tristan Becerra off of his glove. So Furch will stop at second base. That thing had dropped for a single right off the glove of Becerra trying to field it.
And Becerra kind of caught in between. That ball's off the end of the bat, so it's kind of dying down there before it gets to him. He didn't know if he wanted to go for it and maybe lay out. Tried to pull up late, but wasn't able to knock it down. Ends up turning a single into a double.
Third hit of the game for Ohio State. Looking to get something going here with 1 out. Down 2-0 to Ole Miss. Enter Kazmar now at the plate. RBI situation here for Kazmar. Struck out in his first at bat. Kazmar, the senior, back in with his Ohio State program. Mentioned that earlier, leaving just for 1 season to South Carolina. With the Buckeyes once again. Enter today hitting .273.
A couple hits for him yesterday. Did a nice job using the middle of the field, staying back through, and now with the runner in scoring position, that'll reinforce that approach even more.
Out off left side. That was the 47th pitch for Cade Townsend. Talked about it a little while ago. Had a groin injury back in January in an inter-squad game, so he's getting healthy again, but we'll keep an eye on him today. 70 to 75 pitch limit is what they're looking at, according to Coach Mike Bianco.
And Townsend, he's going to play a huge role in determining how far this Ole Miss team can go this year. They've got a lot of offense they can really hit. They've got a really good established Friday night guy in Hunter Elliott. If Townsend can grow into that true Saturday starter, that number 2, he's got the stuff to do it. He's looked the part today. That'll give them a good 1-2 punch in the rotation to go along with a very experienced offense.
Sophomore right-hander from Aliso Viejo, California, into the program. Steven Cavaco on deck. Coming up now after Kazmar heads down to first base.
See Townsend treading lightly with the runner in scoring position, an experienced hitter in Kazmar. Now you've got yourself in a spot where you're facing 2 freshmen without a lot of at-bats under their belt.
That's Cavaco, starting first baseman. On deck's Austin Rose, who had his first collegiate at-bat back in the second inning. First threat. Well, Buckeyes had a couple on in the first inning. Second threat of this game.
You're facing a pitcher with the quality of stuff that Townsend has. You're not going to get that many opportunities. You got to cash them in, and Buckeyes just missed one here, trying to get a ball down the line. They got that bigger base, so it's a little bit harder to tell if it goes over the fair part or the foul part.
Here's the 0-2 from Townsend. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Townsend. And that is strikeout number 6 for the Rebels right-hander.
He's been really good on his glove side today, pounding that fastball into lefties. The breaking ball, the cutter, the slider plays really nicely off of that, but you got to be able to locate it, and he's done a really good job.
2 outs now here in the 4th inning. And it's Austin Rose once again. Home state product from Newark, Ohio. That's the park today. Saw that lineup. Saw his name. I'm sure a moment he won't forget, making his debut here at Dyken Park.
Your first AB, first start in college is always a big day, a big deal, but how about doing it in a major league ballpark too?
Adds to it, doesn't it?
Oh, by the way, hit this guy throwing 97 too.
Welcome to college baseball. That's right. A cutter in there from Townsend. 1-2 now on Austin Rose. TJ Reed's on deck if Rose can keep the inning alive here. Here's the 1-2 in there, called strike. Strikeout number 7 for Townsend on the curveball. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th inning. Through 4 here at Dyken Park. Ole Miss on top 2-0.
Once a year, a rhythm thunders across Texas. It can't be tamed. It can only be driven. Texas is Ford Truck Month. Let's ride. These trucks, they haul, tow, and conquer everything in their path. So hold on tight and drive the Stampede.
Drive Super Duty with 0 for 60, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus 1,000 truck month bonus cash.
Ford is the best in Texas.
This baseball, where samurai swing bats. Here, teammates become opponents. Anyone can be a superhero. And stadiums become orchestras. This is baseball, with nothing held back. Expect everything.
Top of the 5th inning here at Dyken Park, opening game of day 2 of the Bruce Bolt College Classic. Great to have you with us. Ole Miss on top 2-0. Scored both of their runs, one in the 3rd, another in the 4th. A couple of home runs today from Dom Decker and Colin Reuter. And Austin Foley will lead it off here for the Rebels in the 5th inning. It'll be Austin Foley, Hayden Federico, and top of the order Dom Decker for Ole Miss.
Foley's a bat that the Rebels would really like to get going. 20+ home runs last year, off to a slow start. Baby steps though. He hit a bullet in his first at bat.
Yeah, lined out to the shortstop on a great play there by Lee Ellis. Ellis has made 2 or 3 nice defensive plays today for Ohio State.
Tell you what, that's not the spot to hit it if you're going for a hit. We've seen him make some great plays on the ground. We've seen him snag some balls out of the air. It's pretty impressive defensively.
Yeah, he got the uniform dirty early, Lee Ellis. The diving stops today. 80th pitch of the game right there from Chris Domke. I'm not sure what his pitch count will be today. Had a couple of Buckeyes and more activity currently right now in the bullpen. Called strike 3. Austin Foley down on strikes. And that is strikeout number 6 for Domke now.
Domke's really showed the ability to locate his off-speed stuff. The slider he's kept on the corner, the changeup he's kept down. The couple times that he's gotten hurt, it's been on fastballs that have stayed up in the zone, but the off-speed stuff, he's been pretty precise with it.
First pitch to Hayden Federico. Federico 0 for 1. Ground ball out to second base back in the 3rd inning. Couple of good defensive plays today for Federico. Wants to get that bat going though. Entered today hitting 172. Again, 10-game sample size right now. Ole Miss lost their first game. They were 9-0 as they arrived in Houston. One and 2 now on Federico. Top of the order, Dom Decker is next. Ole Miss's 9-0 start when they arrived here was their best to start a season since 2022. Special years, they went on to win the national championship. They started 11-0 back in 2004. Swung on by Federico. That's going to hang up there in center field. Vandenheuvel underneath that. Out number 2 here in the 5th inning.
That 2004 Ole Miss season, they hosted a regional. You know who won that regional? Tulane did.
And you would know that. You're on that team. Dom Decker last at bat. Big blast there to right field. 2 home runs today for Ole Miss. Yeah, how was that feeling winning a regional in an environment like that for you?
It's fun. It's fun. Postseason college baseball is a great time, especially
really
going out on the road.
In that environment you were just talking about, it's an environment. It's a tough place to win.
It's a tough place to win. It's a fun place to play, though. It's big attendance numbers, good student section. I was kind of hoping we'd see the beer showers out in the outfield here in Houston, but it hasn't traveled.
That's got carry left side to the Crawford boxes. How about that? Another home run from Dom Decker, his 2nd of the day.
How about some power out of the leadoff spot for Dom Decker and the Ole Miss Rebels. Last at bat, it was pull side to right field. This at bat, this is the beauty of hitting in Dyken Park as a left-handed hitter. You get rewarded for staying back. Dom Decker pulls his hands in, gets the barrel to it, doesn't catch it out front, but gets the barrel on it, finds those Crawford boxes.
Dom Decker, have yourself a day. Going right field, then left field. They got the dugout stirred up there for Ole Miss. 3-0 lead now for the Rebels. Well, it's a short porch out there to left field. You got to get it high enough over that scoreboard, but it carries well out there.
And it's just such a comforting feeling as a left-handed hitter to know that if you wait back on a pitch, you can sneak it into the stands for a home run. You can bang it off that wall for an extra base hit. It really encourages you to stay line to line and not try to get pull happy.
Judge Utermark. A little stickum spray on his batting gloves. Utermark 0 for 2 today. Struck out back in the 1st inning, then popped up to second base in the 3rd. Off to a nice start to the season. Leads the team in home runs with 6 entering today. 13 RBI.
Talk about the offensive production that Ole Miss brings back. Udemark 20+ home runs, Foley 20+ home runs, and then you bring in Daniel Pasella, who hit 20 at Illinois State last year.
Line drive center field. That is going to hold up just enough for Miles Vanden Heuvel. Races in to get that one for the third out. Dom Decker does it again. Second home run of the contest here today. And Ole Miss leads it 3-0 here in Houston.
No. I'm in my own head.
What the heck are you talking about?
I think I got away with something that I shouldn't have. See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Finish that bucket on your own. Practice makes perfect.
Enjoy your new car.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back? You've got some nerve showing up here again, looking all delicious with your fresh all-beef patties, melty cheeses, grilled peppers and onions, and jalapeno ranch. When I want you, you're nowhere to be found. And now you're back? Aw, get in here. We just missed you, that's all. The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back and harder to resist than ever. Download the app. What a burger!
Bruce Bolt College Classic. Inaugural year for Bruce Bolt Company to be a part of this great event that's now in year 26 in Houston. There's Cade Townsend out there. We were just talking about how effective he's been today, and when it comes to pitch count, they're looking at 70-75 pitches as his limit today.
Yeah, he's still getting built up. It was a little bit of a slow start to this spring, but he's made the most out of what he has so far today. He's pitched now into the 5th inning with that 70-75 pitch limit, and you know, as a manager, you're thinking you got a guy with a lower pitch count. You want him to throw strikes, you want him to be efficient, and let him get deeper.
C.J. Reed leading it off for Ohio State. He'll be followed by Maddox Simpson. And then the top of the order for the Buckeyes, Miles Vanden Heuvel. Reed got a piece of it. Townsend down to first base, fires for the out to Will Furnace, out number 1 here in this bottom of the 5th inning.
Nice play. The ball was kind of in no man's land a little bit, too far for the catcher to get to. Townsend had to come a long way. Did a nice job. He kind of lost his grip a little bit on it, but was able to regroup and make an accurate throw.
7 strikeouts today for Townsend. 61 pitches so far, so he's approaching that limit. See how quick he can get out of this inning and possibly into the next inning. This is number 9 hitter Maddox Simpson. Sophomore out of Fort Myers, Florida. Entered today hitting .222. 3 RBIs, trying to get his bat going early in this season. Curveball in there for a strike. At 84 on that one.
As Townsend approaches that pitch limit that he has today, he's not showing any signs of fatigue. The velocity's still good. The breaking ball, the break is still sharp. He looks strong.
Fastball, some heat around 94. Another strikeout. Strikeout number 8 for Townsend.
You like to see pitchers be able to attack different parts of the zone, not just try to do the same thing over and over again. Hitters will eventually adjust, and now we see as we get into the later innings, Townsend elevating that fastball, whereas he was staying kind of down in the bottom half of the zone early.
Back to the top of the order for the Buckeyes. Miles Vanden Heuvel takes a called strike. Up there in center field, been busy here in this one today. Struck out back in the first inning and then flew out to center field in the third. Entered today's game hitting .385. Pop at the top of the lineup for Ohio State. There's the 1-1 from Townsend. Inside there. Lee Ellis on deck for Ohio State. 3 runs, 4 hits today for Ole Miss. No runs, 3 hits for the Buckeyes.
You can see how Townsend is able to vary the speed and the shape of the breaking balls. That one a little bit more cutterish. You can see Vanden Heuvel kind of anticipating a bigger break, and it just had a short little downward action.
Here's the 2-2 from Townsend. Full count now on Vanden Heuvel. Ole Miss returns home to host Memphis and North Alabama and Evansville, so they're going to be home for this coming week in Oxford. So Rebel fans will have a great chance to catch some baseball after the trip to Houston. 3-2 to Vanden Heuvel. Called strike. Strikeout number 9 on the cutter. Second strikeout for Vanden Heuvel today. Number 8 for Townsend. We're going to the 6th inning here at Dyken Park. 3-0 Rebels.
Hey, H-Town, I've been waiting for it, you've been waiting for it, and now it's here.
They finally climbed that hill!
Catch your Rockets and Astros games for just $19.99 per month, or sign up all year for $199.99. That's $40 in savings.
Forget about it!
No cable, no satellite, no contracts. Just download the app and watch your teams.
Stream your teams direct with Space City Home Network Plus. Download today at SCHNplus.com.
This season, we're all fire. Higher aspirations, bigger dreams. And Space City Home Network is bringing you the most live coverage, plus pre- and post-game analysis.
They left everything on the court.
And exclusive content you can't get anywhere else.
From behind the scenes to every moment that matters, we are here.
We fought, came out to win.
Are you ready, H-Town? Because it's all fire on Space City Home Network.
All about chasing the fight, looking ahead to opening weekend for the Astros. It'll be here before we know it, March 26th through 29th here at Dyken Park. The Astros and the Angels are snatching up those tickets as a new season gets underway. Spring training right now into that out in Florida as they get ready for the opening day of this season.
Season will be here before you know it. College baseball season always starts a little bit earlier. Major leaguers will be ready to go soon.
Pitching change for Ohio State. Chris Domke's day is done. Now Luke Carroll takes over, the left-hander for the Buckeyes.
Luke Carroll, fastball, slider, kind of a lefty specialist type guy. He's got a very good breaking ball, a little bit of a funky delivery. You're at a spot in the lineup, starting with Tristan Bissetta, where 4 of the 5 next hitters are going to be left-handed. So this is a spot that obviously Justin Hare wants to deploy his lefty reliever to combat this pocket.
As we start the 6th inning, Tristan Bissetta will lead it off for Ole Miss. Walked back in the 1st inning and struck out looking in the 4th, facing the left-hander here. Bissetta with a big day yesterday in the opener against Baylor. Went 2 for 5 with a couple of home runs, 3 RBI. Baylor wound up winning that game 6-5 in extra innings. Same score for Ohio State against UTSA, the Roadrunners in this field this year from San Antonio. And there for a strike. Good to see the Roadrunners here and the job Pat Hallmark has done coming off a super regional year. Really caught the attention nationally with winning the regional in Austin, beating the Longhorns.
Absolutely. You go and put yourself into a super regional, you're going to put yourself on the national stage, and that's right where UTSA is right now.
Bissetta down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Good start there for Luke Carroll, facing his first hitter.
That's exactly what Luke Carroll is brought in to do. He's a tough at bat for a lefty. He's all the way on the first base side of the rubber. He stays closed a long time. That front side, the glove really flies at you, and on top of that, he's locating a pretty good breaking ball.
7 strikeouts for Buckeye pitching today. Colin Reuter now at the plate for Ole Miss. Last at bat, homer there to right field in the 4th inning. It struck out back in the 1st. Colin Reuter, a senior from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Love to see what the population of Olive Branch, Mississippi is. Produced some talent though in Colin Reuter for sure. Reuter in the DH role today. 1-2, swing and a miss. Another strikeout there. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Luke Carroll.
Well, and that at bat right there will tell you how sharp that breaking ball is from Carroll. It's one thing to go out there and get a swing and miss from a lefty. You've got kind of a funky delivery, hard to pick it up. But righties are getting a good look at that breaking ball coming into them, and when you can get them to swing over the top of it, it's just a good pitch. It's not about deception.
Well, Reuter had come in one of the hottest hitters in this lineup for Ole Miss. Hitting over 500 and 31 at bats entering today, so cooling him off is no easy task. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. This is Will Furness for the Rebels. Takes a called strike there.
That's the one you want as a lefty. This left-on-left matchup, you're going to get a lot of breaking balls. You want the one that stays up and out over. You don't want the one that starts outer third and then breaks off the plate, which is what you're going to see right here.
Ground ball, third base, fielded cleanly by Simpson. Over to Stephen Cavaco. Quick work here in the 6th inning for the Buckeyes and left-hander Luke Carroll through 5 1/2, 3-0 Ole Miss.
Hotty Toddy is our cheer, but what does it mean? It's hey, nice to meet you, or good to see you, old friend. We say it to celebrate, to congratulate, and yeah, to brag a little. Hotty Toddy is your first day on campus. It's fall Saturdays under old oaks and spring Friday nights under showers of fireworks. It's opportunity, growth, knowledge. It's discovering who you're meant to be in a place that will always be home, no matter how far you go. Hotty toddy, y'all.
According to Car and Driver, the Honda CR-V does everything right. CR-V has massive cargo space, athletic performance, a refined interior with a huge back seat, affordability, and Honda's reputation for reliability. Maybe that's why the Honda CR-V's made the Car and Driver 10 Best list 4 years in a row. Right now, well-qualified buyers can lease the Honda CR-V starting at just $279 a month. Honda, proud partner of Team USA.
Fans having a good time here at Daikin Park. Opening ball game of day 2 of the Bruce Bowl College Classic. Just sit back and relax. What an outing. Brian, by Cade Townsend, the starting pitcher for Ole Miss. Very effective today.
Very effective and very sharp from the get-go. It was a deep mix from Cade Townsend. A couple of different breaking balls, cutter, slider, curveball. Really attacked the zone with his fastball. He was up 96, 97 miles an hour. And just in command of everything all throughout the game. A couple of times when he had some runners on base, he really buckled down and made quality pitches to get out of those jams. And for a guy that only had 70 pitches to work with, he made the most of it.
So pitching change now for Ole Miss with Townsend out. Good job by him. Taylor Rabe now in for Ole Miss, and there are his numbers for the season.
Comes in making his 3rd appearance of this season and kind of trying to bridge to the back of the bullpen, go out there and see if he can give a little bit of length to this bullpen, a bullpen that had to cover an extra inning game yesterday.
Well, Lee Ellis will lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Ohio State. Number 2 hitter in this Buckeye lineup. He'll be followed by Mason Eckelman and Noah Furch. First 3 hitters up for Ohio State. Lee Ellis from White Plains, Maryland. He's a junior, and we talked earlier about what he brings to the table. Scouts very high on Ellis. Highest rated draft prospect, in fact, on this Buckeyes team. Entering this new season, he's made a splash defensively. We saw a couple of good plays yesterday with him against UTSA, and a couple more today as well.
Yeah, the athleticism for Lee Ellis really pops. He can run, he's fluid, he's explosive, and when you have that kind of an athlete, there's more juice in the bat than you would expect for a guy of his size. He can really drive the baseball as well.
Rebels were playing him to pull. The shift is on. Second baseman Dom Decker on the other side of second base. Shortstop Braylon Randall not too far away from Judd Utermark on that left side.
A lot of times when you see the defense shift like that, you think they're telling something about the hitter. A lot of times they're going to tell you something about how the pitcher is going to pitch the hitters, and you're going to see Rabe just try to pound that fastball sinker in on the hands of Lee Ellis. That's why they're expecting these ground balls.
2-2 count on Ellis. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. Number 1 for Taylor Rabe.
Rabe's got some deception in his delivery. He's got that kind of short backstroke where instead of the arm coming out long behind him, it goes pretty much straight from the glove up to his ear. That can affect your timing as a hitter. It can make it more difficult to pick the pitch up, and takes a couple of pitches or a couple at bats to adjust.
10 strikeouts now for Ole Miss pitching. Townsend and now Taylor Rabe in there for the Rebels. Mason Eckelman at the plate now. Junior out of Broadview Heights, Ohio. Eckelman 1 for 2 today. Cousins with second baseman Henry Kazmar.
So you got to figure when Kazmar is thinking about coming back to Ohio State from South Carolina, he had never played for Justin Hare, didn't know the coaching staff. He's getting some inside info.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Well, Justin Hare, second season at the helm of Ohio State. Impressive resume. His teams at Campbell, very consistent, explosive offensive teams at Campbell. Averaged 30 wins a year before he took the job at Ohio State. He was a Big South Coach of the Year 4 times and got him to regional play. Right in front of the out-of-town scoreboard there here at Dyken Park. Deep fly ball to left. And out number 2 here in the 6th inning.
Well, I mean, you think about what Justin Hare did at Campbell and what he's going to do here at Ohio State is really establishing an identity for the team, you know, offensively and defensively. It's going to be a team that's athletic. It's going to be a team that can play defense, can score runs different ways. And really what he's done the first couple of years and last year to this year is convince his pitchers that they have to be in the strike zone. They've made huge strides from a pitching standpoint last year to this year so far, and a lot of that has to do with trusting your stuff and pounding the strike zone.
Well, off a nice start, Ohio native and ready to compete in the Big Ten. Noah Furch at the plate now for the Buckeyes. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Had that home run yesterday, a 2-run home run. Furch in today hitting .370. Just missed inside. 1-1 count on Furch. On deck's going to be Henry Kazmar. Keep the inning alive here in the 6th inning. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Rebels. Buckeyes still scoreless, limited to 3 hits today. Talk about this Ole Miss team. Half the team is back from that regional team a year ago. Bunch of newcomers as well, trying to all fit in. Call strike there. So imagine when you come into this program, I mean, you know the history of Ole Miss. You know you've got a legendary coach and Coach Bianco that's been around 26 years. You've got to adapt to the culture immediately, don't you?
Absolutely. You buy in and you become part of the team, and certainly not the other way around.
Down the line, that's going to go and ricochet to shallow left field, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Noah Furch. Well struck down that left field line.
Well, Brabe's been pounding some of these Ohio State hitters in with sinkers. That's a slider that stays out over the plate, and Furch is able to put a nice swing on it. And again, we talk about the quirks and the nuances of left field here in Dyken Park, and it comes into play again. It's not just the wall, it's not just the foul territory, it's that little jut out down the line that'll kick the ball back towards shortstop.
Still 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Henry Kazmar at the plate now. Buckeyes looking to push something across here, down 3-0.
This is now their 3rd opportunity in 6 innings with some runners in scoring position. Got to break through eventually.
pitch around 96 from Taylor Rabe. And 10 strikeouts for Ole Miss pitching today. That one fouled off by Kazmar. All of Ole Miss is scoring in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings. They push 1 run across in each frame. Big hero today, Dom Decker with a couple of home runs. Jammed right there on that one. Shortstop Brayden Randall handles that for the Rebels. We are through 6 at Daikin Park. We head to the 7th. Ole Miss up 3-0.
APR for up to 48 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the purchase of a new 2026 Sportage.
Life doesn't fit in a box, and neither should your coverage. At Higginbotham, we listen first, because every home, every business, and every person is different. From insurance to HR to financial solutions, we help protect what matters most, your people, your livelihood, and what you're building for the future. That's what it means to put people first. Higginbotham, insurance, HR, and financial services. Inspired by you.
Every shot's lively, every shot means something. You know, really kind of got an energy that's different than a lot of the rest of the course.
There's so many people here, so it's a little bit more than a golf clap.
Well, you're right on top of the action, and it's gotten pretty loud coming through already.
It's nice to see how the professionals play the same holes that we've played. Truly a great experience. It's easily the best hole on the course.
Top of the 7th inning here at Daikin Park. 3-0 lead for Ole Miss. Pitching change once again for Ohio State. This is Lincoln McVicker. Big-bodied guy.
Big right-handed pitcher. 6'5", 255 is what he's listed at. Fastball, breaking ball. Just his 2nd appearance of this season for the Buckeyes, and he's going to go against this bottom half of the Ole Miss lineup.
Well, quick work by Luke Carroll that last inning. Man, without effective, had a couple of strikeouts. He came in for Chris Domke. So now they'll hand it over to Lincoln McVicker facing this Ole Miss offense. Daniel Pasella leads it off for the Rebels. Pasella 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts so far today. He's one of these guys in the Ole Miss lineup looking to get that bat going. Entered today hitting 167. 1 home run, 4 RBI so far this season. .94 on that fastball. McVicker. Brayden Randall on deck for Ole Miss. He'll be followed by Austin Fawley here in the 7th inning. Full sunshine on the field here at Daikin Park. By game 2 this afternoon, you're going to see that shadow work from left to right here. Today, great day for baseball. No clouds in the sky. Comfortable temperatures here for the fans. Ole Miss back home and Oxford for a 5-game homestand after they leave Houston. And Ohio State will also return home and host Xavier on Tuesday, and then UCLA coming in next weekend.
Sounds,
how about that?
Sounds strange, but that's the start of Big Ten play.
It is.
For
when
Ohio
you say
State,
UCLA, of all things, you got to get used to it, right?
But you talk about ratcheting up the competition. Ohio State, they come in, face a couple of really good teams here this weekend.
Lee Ellis playing in the shift over there. Fields out cleanly over to Cavaco, out number 1 here in the 7th inning.
So Ohio State will have this weekend where they're facing 3 different quality opponents and then getting ready for the UCLA Bruins, who are the #1 team in the country.
Yeah, get them in your place. And through the cool weather will still be in effect up there in the Ohio area. And I'm sure they'll be glad to be home. They've traveled to open the season. The Buckeyes over to Pensacola to begin the season against St. Louis. The teams went to Florida, better weather, warmer weather down there, of course, and then made the trip over to Memphis to get in a few games. Lost twice to Louisiana Tech while they were there. Got a win over, or 2 wins over Memphis on that trip. And here in Houston, UTSA yesterday, Ole Miss today, and Texas tomorrow.
It's a tough thing to navigate in the beginning of the season for teams that are traveling like that. Just from a repetition standpoint, you know, you're having days where you're traveling, you're trying to find a way to work out while you're on the road. Maybe you can get some cage time or some field time, but you get to stay home the first couple weeks. You have access to your own facilities. You can take as many swings and throw as many pitches as you need.
Randall earns the walk. He'll head down to first base. With 1 out here in the 7th inning. Ole Miss already up 3-0. Austin Foley now coming to the plate, looking for his first hit today. Lined out to shortstop in the 3rd inning. It was a well-struck ball and an outstanding play made by Lee Ellis, the shortstop for Ohio State. And then back in the 5th inning, Foley struck out looking. Eight strikeouts today for Buckeye pitching. Minor foul.
Braden Randall's looking to steal second base, and he almost got too good of a jump there. He took off a little bit early, ended up shutting it down because he thought he was going to get picked off, but he was actually right. He could have walked into second base there.
Wiley, a junior from West Palm Beach, Florida. Mound visit here. Talk it over with Lincoln McVicker.
There's 2 sides to this conversation right now. First of all, it's you got to kind of settle in and get command of the ball. You don't want to fall behind these Ole Miss hitters, and you don't want to make mistakes in the fat part of the zone. We've seen what they can do from a power standpoint. But the other side of the conversation is you can't let them make something out of nothing. You've already walked the guy. You got to keep him over there at first base. Don't let them put themselves in a run-scoring situation without getting a hit.
Yeah, he responds here. The 1-1 count with 1 out here in the 7th inning on Foley. Mentioned Foley's from West Palm Beach, Florida. Began his college career at Kentucky before transferring into Ole Miss. Just got a piece of that one. So McVicker ahead in the count, 1-2 now on Foley. Keep an eye on the bullpens here. Can't see the left center bullpen for Ole Miss. All quiet right now in Ohio State bullpen. That one, Eckelman got past or away from him. Runner advances now to second base with one out here in the 7th inning.
It's a yanked slider. Eckelman did just about everything he could. He's able to put a body on it a little bit, but it's able to squirt away, and Braden Randall cruises into second base. So here you are. Ole Miss hasn't gotten a hit this inning, and you've got an RBI situation.
Farley trying to deliver now with one out. 2-2 count. Called strike 3. Farley down on strikes. 9th strikeout for the Buckeyes. 92-mile-an-hour fastball there.
And that's a big downhill fastball from Lincoln McVicker. He's 6'5". He's got a really high arm slot over the top delivery. When he gets behind it and drives it down in the zone, it creates a pretty tough angle for hitters.
Hayden Federico at the plate now for Ole Miss. Slow roller down the first base line. Hit the first base bag. At the safety bag that they have down there at first base.
Something you're not going to see very often is the ball hit the bag and be called foul. How is that possible? It's because there's another half of the base that's in foul territory.
There it is right there. Hit the green bag, so Federico back to the plate after that foul ball. There's a look at it one more time.
Not by much.
2 outs here in the 7th inning. Ohio State trying to, or Ole Miss trying to add to their 3-0 lead here. Braden Randall out there at second base for the Rebels. Federico can keep it alive. Top of the order. Hot hitting Dom Decker on deck for Ole Miss with a couple of home runs today. Ground ball shortstop. Ellis fields cleanly, fires over to first to Stephen Cavaco, and the Rebels leave one on. Go to the bottom of the 7th here at Dyken Park. Ole Miss 3-0 over Ohio State.
Kids, want to be a part of something big? Join the Astros Buddies Club, presented by HEB, the official kids club of the Houston Astros. Members 12 and under get 4 tickets to select Astros games, plus awesome gear, a drawstring bag, a widget hat, socks, shoe charms, and a cool lanyard. You'll also have chances to be a part of exclusive experiences like autograph sessions, clinics, parades, and more. All this for just $45. Sign up at astros.com/buddies and become part of the team today.
Everybody's improved who was here last year. Tari, and me.
I think there's definitely a growth.
We learn how to control the game. Coming in with an attention to detail. Be focused every game the same level.
You know, having playoff experience is huge for us going into this year, so I think that's going to really carry over. Obviously, we've added pieces, guys like KD and Josh.
Kevin, one of the greatest of all time. He's going to boost our offense.
Now becomes the path where we try and build it brick by brick.
Hello, everyone. Your favorite pro, Jason Alexander, here at Lighting It Up on the Pro Show, where we're getting to hang with our favorite sporting celebrities. We've got stories with the Rocket, Roger Clemens, golf tips with Patrick Reed. We'll hit a couple of shots out of studio, hear our favorite celebrities' top 3, and don't forget about KOB, Coach Classics, Miss Dion, and get ready to be inspired with Austin and Friends. Plenty of Figure Fives on the way. So check your local listings right here on the Space City Home Network, and we'll see y'all on the first tee.
Back at it here at Dyken Park. Look at that view. Perfect day for baseball. Bottom of the 7th inning. 3-0 lead for Ole Miss. Randy McAvoy, Brian Bogusevic with you. And tell you what, day number 2, hard to top day number 1. These are going to be some great days of baseball here.
Absolutely. And the theme that has kind of run through a lot of these games so far early is it's been a clean, crisp brand of baseball. We've seen some good pitching, a lot of strikes thrown, and some really good defense so far today.
Yep, tight one right now. Ohio State trying to get something going. They hope that is the case here in the 7th inning, down 3-0 now against Ole Miss. Stephen Cavaco, the freshman, will lead it off for the Buckeyes. 0 for 2 today. Struggled, a couple of strikeouts. The freshman for Ohio State entered today hitting .250. Been in the lineup the last few games for the Buckeyes over at first base. Taylor Ray back out there again for Ole Miss. He came in for Cade Townsend, who had a terrific outing today for Ole Miss. It'll be Cavaco, followed by fellow freshman Austin Rose, the DH today for the Buckeyes. After Rose, it'll be C.J. Reed. Bottom of the 7th inning, 3-0. 3 runs, 4 hits for Ole Miss. No runs, 4 hits for Ohio State. When this one's over today, it'll be the middle game. UTSA taking on the reigning national runner-up Coastal Carolina, while Baylor takes on Texas tonight here at Dyken Park. Coastal Carolina and Texas played each other last night. Longhorns winning that game. Coastal Carolina, though, a program has been rising as well in recent years, and they know how to win on a high level.
Couple trips to Omaha, national championship, national runners-up, and coming into this season, one of the most loaded rosters in the nation. They've gotten bit by the injury bug early, but if they can get through it and get healthy, they'll be in the national conversation again.
Cavaco taking it to left field over the head of Judd Utermark. So leadoff man on board for the Buckeyes here in the 7th inning.
It's a nice swing right there by the left-handed freshman. He got a good look at a couple of breaking balls earlier in this at bat, really seeing the ball a long time, which allows him to stay inside of that fastball and shoot it the other way. If he's jumpy, he's going to be susceptible to chasing the breaking ball. He's going to be spinning out on that fastball. That's a pretty mature approach for a freshman.
Austin Rose at the plate, his 3rd at-bat here this afternoon, making his collegiate debut today. First couple at-bats, struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning, also down on strikes in the 4th, so he's 0 for 2.
He's got to be wondering, what did I get myself into with college baseball? He's seen some good stuff, and he's gotten some really good pitches made on him. Townsend was really tough on him, mixing fastballs and breaking balls, and then first pitch there from Rabe, he dots a slider up on the outside corner. College pitchers do make mistakes, but Austin Rose hasn't seen one yet.
Position change for Ole Miss. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. Here's a pitch. Evens the count 1-1. Brett Mosley now in right field for Ole Miss, replacing Daniel Pasella. There's the 1-1 on Rose, swing and a miss. Leadoff man on Stephen Cavaco. Buckeyes trying to get something rolling here in the 7th inning. Cade Townsend got the start today for Ole Miss. Terrific outing for Townsend. Rabe continues to be in there for Ole Miss. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Austin Rose down on strikes for the 3rd time today. In a situation like that, you got a freshman making his debut. Obviously, the result's not what he wanted to play. Through the manager, the head coach, what are you telling that player to keep him focused and locked in?
Well, first and foremost, 3 at-bats isn't going to define anything from a season standpoint or a career standpoint, but also you know, you have to go back and after this game, they'll go back and look at some of these at bats and look at the pitches that you're dealing with. It's 95, 96 on the corners. There's some really well located sliders. There wasn't really much to hit for Austin Rose. So you just go back to the drawing board and say, hey, be ready for that pitch to hit when you get it, because it'll come eventually.
11 strikeouts today for Ole Miss pitching. Now number 1 here in the 7th inning. The 0-1 evens the count 1-1 on C.J. Reed.
And Rabe is really comfortable throwing inside to hitters. It doesn't matter lefty or righty. He's going to go after you on the inside corner. It's a tough place to pitch, but it's effective if you can do it.
Off speed on the changeup there. Swing and a miss by C.J. Reed. Waiting ahead of that one. Reed lined out to right field back in the 2nd. And a dribbler back to the pitcher in the 5th inning. 0 for 2 today. Nice crowd filing in today for this one. It'll get bigger as the afternoon progresses. Seen a lot of Ole Miss fans here. Quite a few Ohio State fans that made the trip.
Pretty good base of fans, of Ole Miss fans and alums here in Houston. I found that out when Tulane and Ole Miss squared off in the football playoff this year.
There you go. Yep. Good base supporting their team. 1-2. Reed stays alive here. Stephen Cavaco led it off here in the 7th inning with that base hit to left field. Get the inning started. Still no runs on the board for Ohio State. Cavaco advances on that wild pitch. He'll advance to second base with 1 out. RBI opportunity now. Buckeyes trying to get on the board. C.J. Reed trying to deliver here with 1 out in the 7th.
There's still enough time. This Buckeye offense, you don't have to get all 3 back at once. You're still working with enough innings and enough outs where you can continue to chip away. This is a situation, playing for 1 is not going to kill you here. Just got to cash these in eventually.
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. Taylor Rabe. And that is number 12 for Ole Miss pitching today.
There's some good life on that fastball from Taylor Rabe. It jumps out of his hand. The velocity's high. It's got some movement on it. It's got a short arm delivery for a big, long guy. It's been tough for these Ohio State hitters to really pick the ball up off of him.
Maddox Simpson takes a called strike. Simpson 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. Sophomore entered today hitting .222 on the year, so that number's gone down a little bit as well. We're going to get the bat going this season. Another strike called, so he's in an 0-2 hole now. Radar showed 97 on that one from Taylor Rabe. Here's the 0-2. Bounces in and runner advances again. Finally got a glove on it, but Cavaco heads up, advances to third base with 2 outs now.
Austin Foley's not having a very fun time back there right now. These are a couple of fastballs, cutters that have just been spiked. I mean, it's all he can do is kind of wave at it and hope he gets a glove on it. You're not going to get down and block those pitches.
So 1-2 on Maddox Simpson. Stephen Cavaco on third. Swing and a miss, another strikeout. 13th of the day for Ole Miss. And we are through 7 innings here at Dyken Park. We're going to the 8th. Ole Miss up 3-0.
Investing options from Navy Federal Credit Union, Rob feels financially at ease, which means he can worry about other things like landing this fish. What if the fish is really big? What if it's not a fish? What if it's treasure? What if the treasure is cursed? Rob has a lot of things to worry about, but as a member of Navy Federal, his finances aren't one of them. Become a member today. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
No. I'm in my own head.
What the heck are you talking about?
I think I got away with something that I shouldn't have. See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid...
Finish that bucket on your own. Practice makes perfect.
Enjoy your new car.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
All right, what a day Dom Decker has had at the plate for Ole Miss. First at bat, the big blast to right field. Got the greeting there by his teammates. And then how about more from Dom Decker in the 5th inning? Goes to the Crawford boxes, so why not just hit one to center field maybe in this at bat?
Who says a leadoff hitter needs to be a table setter? Dom Decker's been the offense so far today, going line to line. Look, if it's one thing to hit the ball into the Crawford boxes. If you can go out to center field here, that'll be impressive.
Yeah. He is showing out, no doubt about it. Dom Decker, newcomer to this Ole Miss program. Talked about it earlier in the broadcast. Part of the Murray State team that eliminated Ole Miss in the regional last year. Certainly impressed head coach Mike Bianco. Now he's starting second baseman for the Rebels. Decker entered today hitting .235, so that number rising with the big day today. It'll be Decker, Judd Utermark, and Tristan Becerra. First 3 hitters up for Ole Miss here in the 8th inning.
They'll be facing a new pitcher. It's Sahil Patel, lefty coming out of the pen. He's got good stuff, 94, 95 miles an hour. He's got a swing and miss curveball when he can land it in the zone. The question has always been for Patel, can he throw enough strikes to be effective?
3-0 count now on Dom Decker. Obviously, he saw what Decker has done today, so you got to be careful throwing to him. And there for a called strike on Decker. Fans are going to enjoy watching Decker all season long when they get to the heart of SEC play and what he brings to the table. That one's high, ball 4, so Decker earns his first walk of the day. A couple of home runs. So leadoff man on. Decker down to first base. Judd Utermark now, the starting third baseman at the plate for the Rebels. Utermark, one of the hot hitters in this Rebel lineup early in this season. First pitch takes a ball.
It's a very good Ole Miss offense, and a lot of the notoriety that comes with them is the power that they have, the power that they bring back from last season. But they also have a lot of guys with a good eye, guys who will take a walk, high on base percentage type of guys. And Ohio State's been hanging around. Ole Miss looking to throw that knockout punch here this inning and could potentially get it going and create an opportunity for themselves by kind of waiting Patel out to see if he'll throw strikes.
Quick visit there from Ohio State pitching coach Tyler Robinson. Trying to get Patel back on track. Utermark at the plate. The shift is on that left side. Kazmar right behind second base. And Lee Ellis there between Kazmar and third baseman Maddox Simpson. 2-0 count now on Utermark. There's some activity up in the Buckeye bullpen. Here's the 2-0 to Utermark. And there for a called strike. 2-1 now. Tristan Becerra on deck for the Rebels. Colin Reuter will follow Becerra. Here's the 2-1 from Patel. He's having issues finding that strike zone.
Utermark's got enough experience that you're certainly not going to have him taking in a 3-1 situation, but you're gonna have to keyhole this pretty good here.
Evens the count, or actually 3-2 now on Utermark. Swing at that one. Wide open on that right side. Ground ball through the hole into left field. That got past Simpson and Ellis. And Rebels have 2 on now with no outs. Runners on first and second.
Utermark hit it right through the shift. Got himself fastball over the plate, down in the zone. Couldn't really get much elevation on it, but certainly hit it hard enough. No matter how many guys you have over on that left side of the infield, unless that ball's right at somebody, you're not catching that.
Still no outs. Sahil Patel in a hole here in the 8th inning. This is Tristan Becerra. He's 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts and a walk today. Had the big day yesterday in the opening game against Baylor. 2 quick strikes from Patel.
You can see from Patel why it works when it's in the zone. The fastball 94, 95. That's a good breaking ball that he drops in.
Yep.
But you look at his numbers from last year, more walks than strikeouts in 37 innings.
Limited action so far this season. That's the pitching staff trying to build up some innings now. Pile up the games and get close to conference play, which is coming up for Ohio State. So that holds off on that one. Here's the 1-2. Evens the count 2-2 now. Set a transfer in from Clemson into this Ole Miss program. Off to a nice start this season. Swing and a miss there. Patel badly needed that strikeout after allowing the first 2 runners on. So a big first out here in the 8th inning.
It's a really nice breaking ball right there from Patel. A lot of movement on it. Keeps it into the zone. Gets a swing and miss within the strike zone.
Double-digit strikeouts today for Ohio State pitching. And it's going to be a pitching change now. So Sahil Patel coming out. New pitcher coming in for the Buckeyes. We'll take a break here in the 8th inning. Pitching change at Dyken Park.
Remember how great it was to report the news and share facts with the community?
We still can. Fact, the Harris County Toll Road Authority is focused on mobility for today and tomorrow.
Fact, toll road user dollars maintain the lanes and fund future roadway improvements.
Fact, Easy Tag users get a 10% discount on Harris County toll roads. We all benefit from Hectra.
Fact, we can all learn more at hectra.org and keep it moving with an Easy Tag.
For one momentous month, Houston comes alive to showcase its best. Family, friends, old and new, gather in the heart of Texas to celebrate the spirit of the West. The stadium lights blaze every night, casting shadows on cowboys and cowgirls whose courage shines bright. Here, livestock aren't just animals. They're champions, companions, and a testament to a way of life. From legends who have graced the star-studded stage to the students who have a trail to blaze, more than 90 years of legacy, heritage, and grit are woven in. Rodeo Houston is a part of the fabric of our souls within. The melodies will echo forever in our hearts. To the memories made and the dreams yet to come, long live the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Welcome to the show.
Pitching change here at Dyken Park in the 8th inning. Sahil Patel out for the Buckeyes. This is Nick Copenhaver. Limited action this season, but he's a transfer in. He's sophomore from Vanderbilt.
Sinker cutter mix, so a guy who's really going to try to work you east-west on that play. Just the second appearance of the year for Copenhaver. Hoping it goes better than the first. Faced 2 hitters, walked them both. Can't do that today because there's already traffic on the bases. There's not really much room for error for him.
Well, Patel got that big first out after allowing the first 2 runners on. Copenhaver looking to produce some kind of ground ball, maybe a double play to get out of this inning. Here's Colin Reuter, his first hitter he will face. Curveball in there for a strike. Reuter struck out in his first at bat in the first, and then had that big home run in the 4th inning to right field when he took it the other way. That was the second home run of the season and 12th RBI early in the year. He entered today hitting .516. He was 16 of his first 31 at the plate. Not a bad start.
Just feels different to go on a hot streak first week or 2 of the season. They come and go
right
all throughout the year. You're going to get hot at some point, but when it's right at the beginning, it just feels great.
Trying to sustain that, make it last for a while. Pickoff play at second base. Got Dom Decker at second base and Judd Utermark at first base for Ole Miss with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Concerned about Decker over there. Will Furnace is on deck for Ole Miss. Three and one now. First hitter faced by Copenhagen. Here's the 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Rebels have loaded them up here with 1 out in the 8th inning.
This is the time of the weekend where you really start to see separation in teams. You start getting deep into the game Saturday and certainly into Sunday. Everybody's got a guy for Friday night. Everybody's got a couple guys out of the pen for Friday night. But once those guys are out of the game, maybe you threw a couple of your better relievers. What's the depth look like? And now we're starting to get into the depth at Ohio State bullpen, and all of a sudden they're starting to struggle to throw strikes a little bit.
Well, bases loaded. Will Furnace at the plate now for Ole Miss. Furnace is a Texas product, not too far from here, a couple hours away over Nacogdoches High School. Signed with Ole Miss out of high school. Now a senior for the Rebels. Haver in a hole now, 2-0 against Furnace. And there for a strike, so 2-1 now on Furnace. On deck for Ole Miss would be Daniel Pasella, but he came out, so Brett Mosley, who replaced him in right field, is on deck now for Ole Miss. Three and one now on Furnace. Ole Miss already up 3-0 here in the 8th inning. 3 runs and 5 hits so far today for the Rebels.
Furnace like to have that one back. That's a 3-1 sinker that stayed up in the middle of the zone, got a little bit big, pulled off of it, but it's a healthy swing in a hitter's count.
Big pitch coming up from Copenhagen. 3-2. Ball 4, and a run comes across as Furnace heads down to first base, and Ole Miss now up 4-0.
Will Furnace is about as experienced a hitter as you'll find in college baseball. A ton of at-bats. He's been a contributor since day one in Oxford, and that's a very mature at-bat. Got himself a 3-1 fastball, missed it, but didn't get over-aggressive. Knew he was in control of that at-bat, lays off the pitch, 3-2, gets himself an RBI walk.
They're going to make another pitching change as pitching coach Tyler Robinson heads out there. I believe that's making the change here. We'll take a break here in the 8th inning. Another pitching change for Ohio State. 4-0 Ole Miss.
One morning, under one roof, at Kelsey-Seybold Clinic. Julie has her lab work done, while Ed follows up with his hand surgeon. Then, Ed picks up a prescription downstairs, while Julie sees her Kelsey-Seybold endocrinologist. Less time spent here means more quality time to spend together.
One more way Kelsey-Seybold is changing the way health cares.
Hi, Alice. I'm here for
Your new prescription? Your refill. Indigestion again. IL-3. Joint support. IL-6. Uh-oh. Aisle 5. Vitamin C, aisle 7. Let me call your doctor. Your insurance. Your grandkids are growing like weeds. Snacks are on aisle 9.
Go ahead. See you next time, Alice.
I'll see you.
A fuller life deserves fuller care. That's the human kind of help. Walgreens.
No.
I'm in my own head.
What the heck are you talking about?
I think I got away with something that I shouldn't have. See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Finish that bucket on your own. Practice makes perfect.
Enjoy your new car.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
All right, pitching change here in the 8th inning. Nick Copenhaver, short work. He is out, and they're now going to a new right-hander. This is Nick Sawyer out of the Buckeye bullpen.
Nick Sawyer, a sinker slider guy going out there, and right now what Ohio State's looking for is just somebody that can find the zone. They've used 2 pitchers already this inning, and the 5 hitters that they faced, they've walked 3 of them, and all of a sudden you're in danger of this game really getting away from you if you're Ohio State.
All right, they're in a jam here. Bases are loaded. 4-0 lead now for Ole Miss. So Brett Mosley will get his first at bat. He replaced Daniel Pacella out in right field.
It's a nice spot to show up in. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Hey, why not? Yeah. Golden opportunity here with 1 out.
Attention please for Ole Miss. Catch hitting number 2, Brett Mosley.
Just announced inside the ballpark. Mosley had been out in right field, but first at bat in this game. First pitch to Mosley, taking it to left field. Does it have enough? It does. 1 pitch and a grand slam for Brett Mosley. Just as Brian mentioned, why not step in with the bases loaded?
Take advantage of your opportunity. Brett Mosley, 1 at bat on the day, 1 pitch, 1 swing, 4 RBIs. You're in a situation where Nick Sawyer is going to have to come at you. They've walked a bunch of guys in the inning. He's got nowhere to put you. He's going to have to throw strike 1. Be ready for it. And again, a left-handed hitter, you get rewarded staying late here at Daikin Park. Find those Crawford boxes.
How about that? Clear him out. 8-0 just like that on 1 swing. 6th hit of the day for the Ole Miss offense, and it's a big one. As you see Mosley making the rounds here after that grand slam.
It's a tough spot to come into for Nick Sawyer. Bases loaded, a run in already. You find yourself in from pitch 1 being very predictable. Going to have to come right after a guy with a first pitch fastball.
This is Braden Randall. That's going to drift down the right field line. Counts 1-1 now. So far 5 pushed across for Ole Miss here in the 8th inning. Big day of home runs for Ole Miss. A couple of them by Dom Decker. Colin Reuter also had one back in the 4th inning. And the grand slam from Brett Mosley.
It's got to feel good for Ole Miss to finally kind of throw that haymaker right there. They felt like they were in control of the game. They got a really good start. There wasn't much going offensively for Ohio State, but the big crooked number wasn't there for Ole Miss. It was solo home runs and kind of 1 swing at a time. They got a whole bunch right there.
Ground ball, second baseman Kazmar over to first, and Stephen Cavaco. And the 2nd out here in the 8th inning.
The catcher, number 24, Austin Foley.
Austin Foley now coming up for Ole Miss against Nick Sawyer. Sawyer's the 6th pitcher used today for the Buckeyes. Finally 0 for 3 today with a couple of strikeouts. He'd love to get back on track in this at bat. Ole Miss will have the early game tomorrow. It's a 10:05 first pitch. So 1 hour earlier compared to Friday and today. Middle games at 2 with Texas and Ohio State. And UTSA Baylor will wrap it up 6:05 on Sunday. Here's the 1-2 to Foley. Even the count 2-2. Quiet now in the Buckeye bullpen. So they've used 6 pitchers. Just 2 for Ole Miss today. Fly ball left field around the warning track just in front of it. Catch is made there by C.J. Reed, and that'll do it. But not before the Rebels push 5 across here in the 8th inning to extend their lead to 8-0 through 7.5. 8-0. Ole Miss here at Daikin Park.
Ohio State. We are the never afraid to innovate teams. The agile, get it done teams. The bold breakthrough teams. And the improve people's lives teams. The more than 10,000 strong research teams. Together, we are the Ohio State University.
2026 is already heating up, and we're giving you the ultimate head start. Get guaranteed access to the 2026 World Baseball Classic. Secure the best seat locations in Daikin Park. Enjoy 45% savings over single-game ticket prices. Plus, receive significant savings with your exclusive team store discount. And don't forget about your exclusive invite to season ticket holder experiences and events. Visit astros.com/season tickets for more information.
Hi, Alice. I'm here for
Your new prescription? Your refill. Indigestion again. Aisle 3. Joint support. Aisle 6. Uh-oh. Aisle 5. Vitamin C. Aisle 7. Let me call your doctor. Your insurance. Your grandkids are growing like weeds. Snacks are on aisle 9.
Go ahead. See you next time, Alice.
I'll see ya.
A fuller life deserves fuller care. That's the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Daikin Park. 8-0 lead now for Ole Miss. Randy McAvoy, Brian Bogusevic with you. After a big 5-run frame, it just shows you how dangerous and quick things can change with this Rebels offense.
Absolutely. They have so much experience. They're so good at controlling the strike zone. If you fall behind in counts, if you start walking guys, they're not going to let you off the hook, and they're eventually going to get you. And we finally saw that big breakout inning from Ole Miss.
Miles Vanden Heuvel, the leadoff hitter for Ohio State, in the lineup, also leads it off here in the 8th inning. He is 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts today. One of 13 by Ole Miss pitching here against Ohio State.
It's funny when you have these extended relief outings like Taylor Rabe has today. The whole dynamic of the game can change within your outing. He came in a close game with a lot of outs to get, and all of a sudden it gets busted open, and your job is to go out there and pound the zone and be efficient.
It'll be Vanden Heuvel, Lee Ellis, and Mason Eckelman 3 hitters up for the Buckeyes. Swung on. It'll hang up there just enough there for Hayden Federico to chase that one down in right center field. Started to tail out there. I thought for a second it might drop, but he got there in time. First out here in the 8th inning.
That right-handed tail was trying to come into play. The wind's pushing against it just a little bit, enough to give Federico a chance to run underneath it. And we've seen him cover quite a bit of ground today out there in center field.
Lee Ellis now up for Ohio State. He's 1 for 3, single, couple of strikeouts. Ole Miss playing the shift on Ellis. Wide open on that right side. Tom Decker far from behind second base next to Braden Randall and Judd Utermark. Taylor Rabe, just the second pitcher today, followed great outing from Cade Townsend, who started today. Ole Miss looks like they've got the roster and the talent to make another deep run in the SEC, and what a conference race that's going to be this year again.
It's a loaded conference, really good teams, ton of top-end talent. It's going to be another year where probably looking at double-digit teams from the SEC going into the postseason.
And so many stops within the SEC. The fan bases really support the programs and creates a great atmosphere. Lee Ellis rung up there for the strikeout, out number 2 here in the 8th. It's fun to watch it on the TV broadcast. You'll see it often, obviously, in Oxford, but you go around the SEC and LSU, you got A&M, you got Texas. I mean, everywhere you go, it's one of those atmospheres that you love for college baseball.
Great venues, and they're always packed from a fan standpoint, and every one of them just kind of unique in their own thing. Every time you go into one of those stadiums, it's like, all right, what am I getting myself into here?
Could add Arkansas to that list, certainly, and Fayetteville. I mean, those fans love the Razorbacks.
It also helps when you have programs that year in and year out are in contention for a national championship.
This is Mason Eckelman. He's down 0-2 to Taylor Rabe. Eckelman 1 for 3, singled back in the first inning. Ground ball out and lined out to left field in his last at bat in the 6th. Here's the 0-2. Just got a piece of that one to stay alive. Noah Furch is on deck for Ohio State.
I'm not 1-6. I'm not 1-6.
Here's the 0-2. That last strikeout on Ellis was the 14th for Ole Miss pitching.
Seen some really good swing and miss stuff from both these Ole Miss pitchers today.
Two count now on Mason Eckelman. Work to do here for the Buckeyes, down 8-0 after that 5-run top of the 8th inning for Ole Miss to blow this one wide open. Slow roller, they've got to hurry. Play is made. Rabe gets there in time. Nice toss from Will Furnace to Rabe, and that'll do it in the bottom of the 8th inning through 8. 8-0 Ole Miss as we head to the 9th.
Hello, everyone. Your favorite pro, Jason Alexander here, lighting it up on the pro. Clemens golf tips with Patrick Reed. We'll hit a couple of shots out of studio, hear our favorite celebrities' top 3, and don't forget about KOB, Coach Classics, Miss Dion, and get ready to be inspired with Austin and friends. Plenty of figure fives on the way. So check your local listings right here on the Space City Home Network, and we'll see y'all on the first tee.
It's back. Yep, baseball is back. And it's time to warm up with spring training on Space City Home Network.
Swing and a miss.
Time to get back in sync with all your favorite players and get to know the new guys too.
What's up, Sean?
Yep, see it all come together. Astros Spring Training is on Space City Home Network. Presented by Whataburger.
Top of the 9th inning here at Dyken Park. 8-0 lead for Ole Miss after that 5-run 8th inning that pushed their lead on 6 hits. Comfortable lead over Ohio State. Nick Sawyer remains out there for Ohio State. They went through a few pitchers there. 6 pitchers used today. Chris Domke started this one for the Buckeyes. And here in the 9th, Hayden Federico will lead off for the Rebels. He'll be followed by top of the order Dom Decker and then Judd Utermark. Federico 0 for 3 today, looking to get his bat going this season, but he's made some nice defensive plays here this afternoon against Ohio State. Sharply hit ball in the right field between first and second. Sometimes all it takes is one hit to kind of get your mindset going and get that confidence back.
No, absolutely. A lot of times hitters, you're just looking for a feel, right? From a timing standpoint or from a mechanical standpoint. And once you feel it, once you put that good swing on a ball and it finds a hole, everything changes from there. That might have been that swing for Federico.
Top of the order now, it's Dom Decker. If you're just tuning in, it has been Dom Decker day here at Dyken. Couple of home runs in the 3rd inning and the 5th inning. 3rd inning to right field, and the 5th inning hit it to the Crawford boxes and left.
He's just been locked in on everything. We saw him turn on a pitch. We saw him take a pitch out over the plate, drive it the other way. We've seen him control the strike zone, work a couple of walks. He's not just up there hacking and hoping it goes out of the ballpark. He's working these at bats and seems like he's seeing everything out of the hand.
4 home runs today by Ole Miss, 2 by Decker. 1 by Colin Reuter as well in the 4th inning, and then the grand slam by Brett Mosley that blew it open in the 8th.
Communication issues. Pitch comm's broken. I got a crazy idea.
What's that?
You can use your fingers to signal what pitch to.
Simple as that, right? I was about to ask you, what do you think about PitchCom when going away from it?
You know, it's fine.
Good and bad.
It works, and it moves the game along. And I especially like when it's a pitcher calling his own pitches, and you know, you don't have to worry about shaking it off. But I was never confused out there when the catcher was putting fingers down. It's not. It is possible.
It worked for many years, didn't it?
But really, what it speeds up the process of, it's not so much speeding up the process of getting the pitcher and catcher on the same page.
Ground ball up the middle. Lee Ellis touches second, fires over for the double play of Stephen Cavaco. So that was quick on Dom Decker.
Dom Decker's human. He gets out. Beats one into the ground and turns into a double play. But when we're talking about pace of play and the pitch comm, and it's not, you know, figuring out if you want to throw a fastball or a curveball and using it. It's about not having to hide signs, and it's not having to sequence the calls and everything, and you can just move a little bit more quickly through.
First pitch, Judd Utermark out to left field, and that'll do it here in the top of the 9th inning. Go to the bottom of the 9th. Do the Buckeyes have a rally in them? We're going to find out here at Dyken Park.
Born with power, tested by time. Texas is Ford Truck Month. Woo! And this is Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years straight. Hop in and drive the Stampede.
Drive F-150 with 0 for 60, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days, plus 1,000 truck month bonus cash.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Vacationing is an art, and the Palm Beaches are your canvas. Stroll along sun-soaked beaches, unwind at boutique resorts, explore hidden and not so hidden gems. Here you'll discover a lifestyle that's nothing short of a masterpiece. Curate your perfect collection of experiences in the Palm Beaches.
All right, bottom of the 9th inning here at Dyken Park, 8-0 lead for Ole Miss over Ohio State. Buckeyes with some work to do offensively. Hey, your first chance to see the Astros in action is at spring training. It is ongoing, so a few weeks left. Enjoy the Palm Beaches and see your Astros in sunny Florida as they gear up for the 2026 season at Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches. Get your tickets at astros.com/spring and do it today and make the trip. Highly recommended. I talk to people sometimes, Brian, that they said, I've never been to spring training. They're a big fan. I said, you've got to go experience it.
Spring training is great. You can see a lot of baseball. A lot of these complexes are close to each other. You can go to a couple of different places, and South Florida this time of year is great.
Oh, man, it's nice. And, I mean, you go, say, Palm Beach, say it's on a home game. They're going to either go to Jupiter or
just down the
Port
road.
St. Lucie, most likely. That's the main teams that they play. It's
You've
not,
got these
not far at all.
You've got these little pockets throughout Florida. You've got the southeast coast where there's a couple teams. That's where the Astros play.
Yep.
There's a cluster of teams up in the Tampa area. Not a lot of traveling. The venues are really nice. The areas are really nice. And it's big league baseball in a small stadium. Players become accessible.
You went through that as a major leaguer yourself. What's spring training like for you? The build up, because you've got to, that, hey, I've got a month to get ready here. You don't want to do too much too soon, right?
No, you certainly.
But you want to produce.
After you've been through it for a few years, you understand more of the process side of spring training and getting ready for a season. But yeah, if you're a guy who's on the fringe of a roster trying to make a team, you got to come in there from day one and be ready. It's not about building up. It's about trying to show what you can do.
You need to be ready. Base hit to open the bottom of the 9th by Noah Furch. Yeah, being ready. I mean, it's the work you put in during the winter, so when you get to spring, you're pretty much good to go.
No, absolutely. Guys are so trained up now. If you go back a couple of generations, players were literally showing up to spring training to get themselves into shape. They hadn't been doing a whole lot of activity. They hadn't been hitting. They hadn't been throwing. Guys show up now. They've got 4 or 5 bullpens under their belt. Live at bats, been working off of machines, hitting velocity. It's a couple of live ABs in the cage, and let's roll right into games because guys are ready to go.
I mean, like after a week and a half, you got the games begin, right? Seems like you get going pretty quick.
It's quick. It's a really quick turnaround to the games, and to be honest, from a position player standpoint, you could probably do with a 2 to 3 week spring training. You can go and get yourself 20 to 35, 40 at bats pretty quickly. You need the length of the schedule to build those pitchers up and get the starters up to 100 pitches and being able to cover 5 or 6 innings to start the year, but position players, you can get ramped up pretty quick.
Well, go out and check it out if you have time out in West Palm Beach. Astros spring training. Leadoff man on for the Buckeyes here. No outs in the 9th inning. Henry Kazmar now at the plate for the Buckeyes. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, also a walk today. And a strikeout, number 15 on the day for Ole Miss pitching.
Taylor Ray really giving this Ole Miss team exactly what they needed. Still early in the season. You've got a starting pitcher who's still on a pitch count. Go extra innings yesterday against Baylor. All of a sudden it thins out a little bit. He goes out there and shows up in the 6th inning and is looking out to close out this game.
Stephen Cavaco, the freshman, at the plate now. Takes a called strike in his first pitch. Couple of strikeouts and a single for Cavaco. Singled in his last at bat to left field. Went through the hole between shortstop and third base into left. Taylor Rabe looking to close it out for Ole Miss here in the 9th. Here's the 0-2. Another souvenir there down the left field line. They'll get to keep the foul balls here at Dyken Park. None of the throwing back stuff, huh? It is souvenir time.
Reminds me of old minor league spring training backfield games where the pitchers who weren't pitching were on shag duty. Go chase down a foul ball and bring it back.
Quiet bullpen there for the Buckeyes. They're done for the day. Trying to do something here in the 9th inning. 5-run 8th inning for Ole Miss. It was a 3-0 game going into the 8th. 4 of those 5 runs coming on the grand slam. First pitch, first at bat to Brett Mosley, who had checked into the game in right field prior to that. Austin Rose on deck for Ohio State. Back-to-back freshmen all day in the lineup for the Buckeyes. Cavaco and Austin Rose. Ground ball second base, fielded cleanly by Decker. Over to Will Furness. And the Buckeyes are down to their final out here in the 9th inning. Well, Austin Rose got to the ballpark, found out he was in the lineup, and it's been a struggle offensively in the DH role. 3 at-bats, 3 strikeouts for Rose, so looking to get something going in his final at-bat here.
A lot of learning to be done as a freshman. This is a good opportunity to understand that you keep competing. It doesn't matter what the score is. It doesn't matter what you've done your last couple of at-bats. Got a chance here to have a good at-bat. Got a chance to get your first hit. Maybe drive in a run. They all count.
Here's the 0-1. Fouled off right side for Austin Rose. Guys down to their final strike here. Taylor Rabe trying to finish it off here. Rose lays off, 1-2 now. this one ends. It'll be about an hour before game 2 begins. Here's the 1-2. Called. Third strike. Strikeout number 16 for Ole Miss, and that's how it ends today at Dyken Park. A struggle at the plate today for the freshman Austin Rose, but he, as you mentioned, will learn from that and build off of that. But a victory today for Ole Miss. Good team. They're going to be a big-time factor in the SEC.
Really good team. They pitched it well. They played good defense, and of course, they've got a ton of power as well.
That'll do it here from Dyken Park. Day 2, game 1 in the books. Ole Miss is a winner 8-0. A reminder, coming up, game 2 today will be the UTSA Roadrunners taking on number 9 Coastal Carolina here at Dyken Park. Night game tonight. 3 more tomorrow. The weekend continues. For my partner, Brian Bogocevic, and the entire crew, thanks for watching. Once again, the final score, Ole Miss is a winner, 8-0 over Ohio State. So long from Dyken Park in Houston.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
Why do I love Wellbe? Free checking with the best perks, like early payday.
They helped us buy our first home. They're a credit union that cares about community.
There's a universe of reasons to love Wellbe Financial. Build, grow, thrive.
The excitement, the emotion, the passion, epic highlights, one-handed catch, inspirational stories, unrivaled coverage. This is Academy Sports and Outdoors H-Town High School Sports. Here's your host, Todd Freed.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Academy Sports and Outdoors H-Town High School Sports. On this, the final week of the regular season in boys basketball, plus the first week of the postseason in girls basketball. Among the girls, a sensational area-round playoff matchup had the 31-5 Cy Creek Cougars facing the 29-7 Seven Lakes Spartans.
Cy Creek Cougars set for a great playoff matchup. Early on, Mariah Dixon goes coast to the floor and the bucket. Very nice. Then it's Dixon, tough rebound and follow. Seven Lakes now. Kiara Giacomo drives and scores. 18-15 Cy Creek. Spartans again. Sophia Rokoff takes it, and then the rainbow three is up and in. Way up there. More Spartans. Here's Madison Carlton for three, and that shot is up and good. Back and forth it went. Cy Creek now. Alyssa Bryant. Three-pointer is good. 36-34, Seven Lakes at half. In the third quarter, Spartans again. Madison Carlton turnaround jumper is good. 44-40, Seven Lakes. But here's Cy Creek. Bryant to Casey Hanks. Nice pass and the bucket. Creek by three. 4 minutes to play. Seven Lakes down three. Kiara Giacomo for three. Hits it. It's tied at 56. Cy Creek answers. Mariella Beecham. Huge bucket. They're up by three. 40 seconds to play. Casey Hanks takes it. The three is good. And Cy Creek wins. 67-58. Cougars advance to next week's regional semifinals. That's the Travis Tigers taking on the defending state champion Summer Creek Bulldogs. Early on for Travis, Anissa Allen pulls up and scores, but Summer Creek jumped up big early. Here's Kennedy